I guess this would be going into the part 2 of the story. Um, yeah, I could not. I mean, it was a challenge to even get up to go to the bathroom. It was a challenge to keep down water. It was a challenge to, um, I mean, it's just really sad when your kids are coming up like, Mommy, what's wrong with you? And you're like, Mommy can't get up. It's kind of traumatizing for everyone. Um, and this is when I had my, I guess, quote, spiritual awakening that really just, it was like, okay, this was it. It felt like huge divine intervention. Um, I call her Mother Universe, God, whatever language resonates with you. Um, she swooped me up and she was like, you're not gonna die. And she literally took me through portals and showed me um, the universe, and that this was not the end for me, and that there was so much more that I was not allowing myself to tap into in my human experience. Things that I had let people tell me were bad or negative, or that, oh, that's crazy, that doesn't make logical sense. Um, and, you know, she showed me how to really tap in with my soul, my higher self, and my heart. And from then on, I have had abilities. You can call me a medium. Like, and this is the funny part. It's funny, not funny. I used to see dead people as a child. And then even as an adult, they would only come to me in my like dream astral space and like give me messages for like people that I know. So then the next day I would call that person and be like, hey, kind of got a message for you. But it wasn't something that I could sit here and meditate and tap into. And now I can. It's kind of like this layer of programming has been removed of like, yes, you've always been able to do this, but you just didn't allow that into your reality. And now it's here. And now you can do this and you can channel and you can, talk to people's higher selves, spirit guides, all the things, right? And so I guess that's why, even though it was kind of the lowest, scariest point of my life, it was the catalyst that needed to happen for me to be like, well, all right, I got nothing else. So, and I honestly, I think it required me to just be still. I could not move. And that was just something that was like not in my DNA, in my reality at that time. Like, I could not just be still. Meditating was extremely hard for me. Not doing this masculine energy of always feeling like I have to do, even as a mom, it's like your work is never done. Like, did I ever really sleep? I don't think so. Did I ever really relax? Did I ever really take care of myself? Did I ever really do anything? I don't think I did until this. And it was just like a huge pause button and like a huge reset button for my physical body, my mental, my emotional, my spiritual, all the bodies. And everything else started to come online because I didn't have my physical body anymore. I was super strong. I was like, I felt like that was the one thing I had control over, was my physical body. Like, I could control what I put in it. I could, do martial arts, and I could dance, and I could do all these things that with my physical body. And that gave me this like sense of control. I mean, do we have control? I don't know. What does that mean? But it was kind of like the last straw, or the straw that broke the camel's back for me, because when that was taken away, um, there was nothing left but to go so deep I did this huge deep dive because, when you think you're dying, um, you come to terms and you come to realizations that, if you're not super still and super quiet and you have nothing left, you're stripped away, um, is when, you meet your true self, your authentic higher self, without all the stuff that the human conditioning and programming has you've adopted or has imprinted on you, or however you want to say it or look at it. And it truly shifted me. That's when I became L'Oreal. They gave me a new name because Mother Universe was my mother. And that's how I started healing, healing from the inside out. And yeah, I've fully embraced this path, this other trajectory. And I'm not going to sit here and think I know any better than anyone else. I'm just sharing my story. And I know that I've been guided to say it and share it for a reason, in hopes that it helps someone else or explains something or activates, triggers, whatever it's meant to do for the highest good is what it's meant to do for the highest good. I don't question anymore why, because we are so interconnected, and whoever's meant to see it is going to see it. Whoever's meant to hear it, or, whatever. That's the out of my hands, like, control part is like, it's so beyond a human that, and we are powerful, that we do co-create, our realities. But like in the situation, it was like I was just shown another reality. I was shifted. And it does require your acceptance, your participation, your co-creation. And yeah, for anyone who is questioning, the afterlife, or I did always kind of believe in mediums because I have had experiences, like I said. I was so against, I pushed that stuff away for so long because of my religious upbringing and because of the negative things attached to that, that I was like, no, but spirituality does not mean religion, right? To me, they're completely different. Like, we are spiritual beings. We have a spirit. We have a soul. We have an essence, like this light in us that we cannot see, but we can feel. It's our breath. We know it's there. We cannot see it, but we can experience it. And if we only go by what our eyes can see, I mean, we see such a small portion of light like our human eyes can see. Like, when we look out into space, there's all this dark space. Like, there's so much more out there that we just can't see. And if we accept that and adopt that, this isn't the end all be all, and there's so much more that our human brains can't always logically make sense of or understand or even see with our two eyes, we can develop extra sensory abilities and perceptions. I mean, they're only called extrasensory because it's not something we cultivate. But I firmly believe, like, even with my own children, they have abilities. Like, they might, be, quote, lacking in other human areas that we might deem as whatever, but they have so many abilities. And those are the things that I am now cultivating in my life, that I am now interested in, that I love helping people discover within themselves. that they might not even be aware of. That is like literally, it's kind of like they're showing me like a door. Like it's like you can just walk through the door. It's not locked, but you have to know that the door is there to be able to just go in. Um, and yeah, for the longest time, I let the programming society, whatever, um, hold me back from that. And now, I was at a point where I'm like, well, what else do I have to lose? Like, I feel like I'm dying. So I'm like, you know what? Like, I need help. And this is what was given. And I am so grateful for it. And I feel like it did save my life. Um, on a physical level, I have done um, frog medicine to try and get rid of the poison, the toxins, and I feel like that did a lot. I've done things like sauna, um, all kinds of cleanses and stuff like that. My body's still pretty sensitive to certain things though, so I can't like do like a liver cleanse or whatever. That would probably be the most beneficial. I've listened to my guides, what they tell me is beneficial for me to do. And I don't even question it anymore because I was at, I feel like I wasn't even at zero. I was in the negative. And they literally brought me back to life.